Well, hi there, friends, and welcome to What If Wednesday. I am Mindy Audlin, and I heard a news story yesterday that actually I was like not surprised, but also at the same time it really charged me up to be here with you and to do the things that we are doing in the world together. So, U.S. Surgeon General sent out an advisory this week saying that we have an epidemic in our country of loneliness and social isolation, and it is affecting our health in a significant way, especially the health of our young people. And so there were some statistics given that are not new statistics, and yet the urgency with which we need to find some solutions is becoming very apparent. So I come to you this What If Wednesday with an idea and a possibility that is now shared with the U.S. Surgeon General in terms of how do we create social connections? How do we create a strong social infrastructure where people are connected, where people have someone to turn to, someone to talk to in a way that not only brings us greater joy, that brings us fulfillment, that helps us reach our goals, but also eliminates stress and anxiety, or at least helps to alleviate it to some degree, that helps us with our blood pressure, that helps us literally the physical conditions that are tied to social connection. So check out this. So these are a few of the things that I learned from this report that has just recently come out. So what they found, and this again, this comes from an old study. I've been talking about this for, I don't know, maybe almost 10 years now. So, but what we know by studying the human body is that we are wired for social connection, and the risk of premature death by being socially disconnected is equivalent to smoking 15 cigarettes a day. That's how bad it is for our health to be isolated and socially disconnected. Okay. So it's even worse. So it's the risk of premature death from being socially disconnected represents an even higher mortality impact than a lack of physical activity or obesity. So being socially isolated is just not in our genetic makeup. That there's something that happens when we come together that impacts our heart. It impacts the way the blood flows through our bodies. It helps reduce the plaque in our arteries. People are less likely to have mental illness, less likely to have cognitive disorders, less likely to have heart attacks. All these things simply by coming together and doing something that feels so good and is so much fun anyway. So here's some other things that they found. According to the U.S. Surgeon General in this recent advisory, being persistently alone represents a profound threat to American health. In fact, what they found is that time spent with friends fell by 20 hours a month from 2003 to 2020. So this sort of coincides with the whole technology explosion. It's impacting our young people disproportionately to other generations. And this is all like the 20 hours less time with friends is all pre-pandemic. So the pandemic thing comes on top of that, and we spend even less time together. So what I loved about the report is that, and this was an interview that I heard on NPR where the U.S. Surgeon General, Dr. Vivek Murthy, he says, our goal here is to build a society where we all feel deeply connected. I mean, that's a powerful spiritual goal in general. But to come from the U.S. Surgeon General in terms of a health advisory, in order to be our best, in order to be healthy, in order to be happy and mentally sharp, we need each other. And that is where I come to you as members of the What If Up Club. Obviously, we have this process, we have this mindset of what if upping. Meaning that when we're faced with a challenge, instead of saying, well, what if it all falls apart? We say, well, what if it all goes right? What if this advisory is a wake-up call that brings people together to create some of this social infrastructure? Instead of what if it's the end of the world, we say, what if it's the beginning of something new? So that's what if upping is all about. And it's a powerful mindset tool that you can use on your own anytime you need it. What we also know is that when we come together, when we use this process in small groups, and I talk about how to do this in my book, What If It All Goes Right? And I train people on how to do this in our What If Up Club nonprofit organization. How do we bring people together to practice this process together in a way that is fun, in a way that connects us, in a way that builds our emotional network, our resource base, and in a way where we're supported by people in creating the things that we want in our lives. So that's what we're doing. We're creating this infrastructure, a social infrastructure that is grounded in positivity, is grounded in possibility, and it's grounded in leadership of people like you who get it, who get that, of course, our health depends on our heart being happy, and our heart is happy when we come together. We are social beings. So with that, the challenge this week is to do something about it. Do something for yourself, do something for the people you care about, do something for a stranger. And it can be as simple as picking up the phone and calling a friend. It can be as simple as reaching out with kindness to a stranger, having a conversation, doing something unexpectedly kind. That's next week. I'm going to talk about unexpected kindness. But what can you do to reach out and to connect? And then if you really want to plus this out, this is what the What If Up Club is all about. It's taking this What If Up process and bringing it into community in a way that is fun and is joyful and is easy. It also, in addition to helping you create what you want, in addition to helping you bring your vision to life, it is good for you physically. It is good for your physical, mental, emotional well-being. And it works because when you go into it, if you're doing it right, you're going into it from a place of service, from a place of, yes, there's something that you're there to receive, but you spend 80% of the time or more helping other people get to what they want to achieve. And there's something in that your body will resonate, and it's good for our health. It's good for the planet. It's good for our communities. So I want to invite you, if you are interested in taking on leadership, being the change, leading the change to create a healthier, more balanced culture, society, post a comment and let me know that you're in. I would love to reach out to you and see how you'd like to help. You can be a group leader. You can be a group host and bring What If Circles into your community. You can also join us in Colorado this July as we put the wheels in motion for a huge rollout of programming for the late summer and the fall. And we are looking for leaders. We're looking for influencers. We're looking for people who have high consciousness, have a heart to teach and to share and to facilitate, and who want to bring this vision to the masses. And if that sounds like you, and there's something that says, ooh, maybe I should be there, then you should be there. It's a very intimate gathering, and we'll only have signups for a little bit longer. So if you're interested, check it out on our website, whatifup.org, and just go into the resources and you'll find this under our upcoming events. Would love to connect with you in Colorado, or just post something in the comments. Say, I want to help. Here's my vision. How can I help? I'm in. And I'll reach out and we will partner together, see how can we bring this work to more and more people, to build that connection, to build that social infrastructure in schools, in co-working offices, in hospitals, in neighborhoods, in I don't know where else, high schools, YMCAs, big brothers, big sisters. Let's bring it all over the place. Bring it into your corporate office, bring it into your staff room, bring it into your dinner table. How can you connect in a way that is positive and uplifting? So that's what we're all about. So I thank you for being here. I encourage you to post a comment. Let me know who's here. I love to say hello. Appreciate you being here, watching live when you can. And those of you who watch in the archives, that's awesome as well. When you join the What If Up Club, it is free, whatifup.org, and you can get access to our Facebook group where we're here to support you. You are never alone in this community. Anytime you need something, you have a goal, a challenge, an intention, post it in our community. And that's how we get to practice using these tools that uplift us all. So thank you for being here. Thanks for being part of our community. I look forward to seeing you next week. Remember the challenge. Do something about it. Connect. Get, whether it's a small group or it's just picking up the phone, do something to reach out and show yourself and remind others that none of us are in this alone. Got it? Got it. All right. Post what happens in the community, and I look forward to seeing you there. Have a great week, everybody. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.